Hi, my name is Rashane Robbins. I'm the natural science teacher here at Roper Mountain Science Center, and we're going to talk about soil today. And the first thing I want you to notice behind me is the habitat of this wooded area and what you see in the ground, because I don't see a lot of soil outright, but we're actually going to dig down. I have a soil sampler here, and we're going to take a look and investigate what different properties we see. So let me see if I can get a good sample for us. I'm just going to press that down into the topsoil and see what I can pull. I'm going to swivel it to maybe cut any roots that I might be coming in contact with, and I'm going to pull that out. And we are going to just dump this. I'm going to push it out. And you can see it's actually very aerated. I'm going to dump it out gently here. And it's really loose. It has a lot of, it's not too compacted. And it has a rich color. This would be great for a garden. That's why we see lots of plant diversity here. Your soil is, the health of your soil is going to actually tell you the health of your ecosystem. There are lots of organisms that live in this. So this is your topsoil here. And we're going to take a look at our different soil profiles real quick. So this is really rich, lots of nutrients broken down because of the leaf litter and all those leaf litter critters. And so we have topsoil here and maybe the beginning of subsoil. Now in this first sample I have, you can actually see a color change starting right here. That's going to indicate your subsoil. That's your first indicator. We have another here, another example here, and you can see some of the plants that were at the top. And this is a nice rich, and if you were to touch this, it feels cool and it's very moist. It's actually holding moisture pretty well. And then we have clay. Now this is very compacted clay because this was actually from a region over by our pond that has heavy traffic. So all that heavy traffic is compacting it. It's a lot of clay. And you can see it crumbles pretty well because it probably has a lot of sand. Now there's one way that you can tell what kind of soil texture you have, and it's actually using this soil texture chart. And I encourage you to make a muddy milkshake, well, or a mud shake as it's called. You're going to take some of your soil, put it with, you just use a trowel and put it in a jar, kind of like this with a flat edge, and add some water. You'll start to see the air bubbles pop up because a lot of soil, 25% is air. And let it percolate in and then shake it really good. In the next couple days, it will actually distribute sand, silt, and clay on the top. And then you can use this really cool chart. Now the soil that we looked at most recently, this right here, this nice, rich, dark, that's probably loamy soil. So let's look at our soil texture chart here. And if you were to calculate this, you would have to say, well, it's about 50% sand and a little bit of clay, a little bit of silt, and in the middle, we probably have clay loam or loam. And our garden soil is the most successful plants love loam soil because it has a good percentage of each. So this is a soil texture chart that you can use to help you identify what type of soil textures you have and how you can proceed from there, and how you might need to percolate it with more air, different water, or adding different nutrients. So we have another thing that we're going to talk about real quick, and that's the topsoil. And we're going to come over here and I'm going to show you how to investigate how many leaf litter critters are actually helping build your soil. So we're going to take this leaf litter. It's a good time. We have a mix of pine needles, and if you look closely, as I uncover this leaf litter, you might see some white, like it kind of looks gross sometimes, but it's like a white, almost like a cloudy film. Here's some right here, and that's actually on a root. That's actually the mycelium from fungi, and they are helping with transporting nutrients, and they share that with the trees and communicate with their hyphae system and putting that and communicating with trees. So I'm going to take some of the duff. The duff is that good rich stuff that's breaking down. I'm just going to get dirty with my hands here. And what I did is I took a bucket and I have a mesh at the bottom, and as you shake it, leaf litter shake box, you might see some invertebrates fall through that mesh. Now you could make this yourself. You could use a paper bag with like the mesh that you use for oranges and onions, and just tape it to the bottom with some duct tape or something, and put all your good stuff in there. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out, and let's investigate. Let's see what invertebrates we have. All right. Oh wow, we got lots of cool little things. So we have wood lice here. We have lots and lots of ants. We have different springtails. I think I saw a snail earlier. Oh, I just saw a centipede. So, oh, there he is. So all of these little critters are actually just under our feet. We don't even notice them. We actually have 2 centipedes here. And as this kind of sits and we stop stirring it, more of them will start to move. You'll see lots of ticks and mites and little spiders. All of these little invertebrates are great decomposers, and they're building those nutrients back into our soil. So we just talked about soil profile and kind of focused on topsoil and identifying subsoil, and what you can do to help identify using a soil texture chart what type of soil you have, and appreciating all those invertebrates that are helping put nutrients back into our soil so we can have a healthy ecosystem and watershed.